Hello, are you out there? This is Mark with Redo Over, and we are back to Mutu, episode whatever. We did finally just conquer Indus, though. So that was a Gnolam planet. Gnolam, I believe, are currently at war with both us and the Sakura. They're at war. Let's see, can we see who they're at war with? No. They're at war with us. I'm pretty sure they're also at war with the Sakura. Let's try this. Let's use the report button and click on Bortus. Bortus. Alliances none. Wars, Bulrathi, and Sakura. So this might be something you newer players have not seen before, but I see they have one enemy spy in our territory. They're ruthless diplomats. That's just within the AI. That's how they're going to function. I assume those relate to like decision trees within the AI. Let's take a report real quick on the Surak of the Sakura. They're aggressive ecologists. They have 5 enemy spies. That's not agents. That would say agents. That's enemy spying on us. Is that? Do you think what that means? I guess I'm not 100% sure. Now, I see this box here with nothing in it. I don't know if you would see... I don't know if these represent agents or spies and what would go in this box, to be quite honest. Alliances none. They're at war with the Gnolam, not with us. And you can also see, by the way, this is the tech review. So you can see what your enemies have. This is really handy because say your enemies don't have, what's it called? Hardened, oh gosh dang, heavy armor? Heavy armor? Heavy armor stops armor-piercing weapons. Period. It's the only way to stop armor-piercing weapons. So if you have a weapons technology, like a beam, some sort of particle beam that can pierce armor, and your enemy does not have heavy armor yet, then that means you're going to just shoot straight through their armor and go into the structure and the components of the ship once their shields are down. So it's a very quick way to gain information and know how to, particularly on offensive defense. So when I'm looking here, let's look at the weapons for the Sakura. Fusion beams, laser cannons, Merculite missiles, nuclear missiles. They're pretty much on parity with what we have, if I'm not mistaken. Let's jump back. Let's take a look at the Nolams as well. We'll go back to our report on Bortus here. Again, this space is empty, so I don't really know what goes there, but they have the fusion beam laser cannon. We're all pretty similar. And then if I jump out, let's go look at our own info. Let's look at our own tech review. Yes, this is us. So it's kind of cool because it actually looks very similar to what they have. So we don't have any fighter bays, but otherwise, Fuse, yeah, we're all about in the same place. Good enough. Let's hit return. And what were we doing? Let's check our defenses, spy-wise, which is not in here. Races. I have 5 agents at a 20%. That means they're really good and effective. Now, it's not to say that Sakura's 5 agents couldn't potentially mess with us. Question mark. We may want to get another couple spies built up just because of that. But I would say we want to try and make another grab on one of these Gnolam worlds, possibly going for Null. Potentially butane could be the next target for the Sakura, letting us take a shot at Null, which is a capital world. Lots of population. What we're going to need to do that, though, are our Lancers or our cruisers. I think we're working on a Coyote cruiser. We might need another transport or two. So let's do this. I think we just ran off. Who is this here? That's one of their fleeing cruisers there. But I think we've run them off and they're going to retreat on the next turn. So let's go into our colonies and see what we're manufacturing right now. We do have another spy nearly done. That's awesome. I want to get maybe 2 more of those. These are the Gnolam prisoners on Indus that we've captured. We're going to try and assimilate those into our colony. I don't know. We're a dictatorship. It'll probably take 10, 12 turns to assimilate. I don't remember exactly. Maybe 8. It'll happen. And because we have Marines there, on the surface, they should be able to suppress a rebellion. I don't exactly know the math, but we have 4 Marine units. They only have 3 population. That should be able to suppress a rebellion because they can rebel and revert back to their original colony if you say didn't have any Marines on the ground. So let's hit return. And I've got star bases finishing. We're desperate to get more star bases finished up because we are running very low on command points here. I think we lost a ship or two, and so we're more neutral. So here's what I want. I want the Coyote in 4 turns, and I want a transport. Who's going to get that for me soonest? Let's go to Bureaucracy. I see they have 2 spies, but let's get a transport ship and pop it in. And how about 1 more? We're going to put these 2 transports between the next spy there because I want to get these as quick as we can get them. So let's hit turn. We just got the neural scanner. With improved data processing methods, the pathway to the brain can be mapped and analyzed, providing a perfect, near perfect lie detector used by spies to elicit information. Adds a +10 to all spy rolls. Yes, that's going to be for spies and defensive agents. Security stations. Oh, no, wait. We had already gotten that previous technology in a technology trade from, I think, the Gnolam. I think it's just an old school glitch in the system because we just got security stations is what we were actually researching. That it showed us that we'd received that, although we already had it. That's how we had the +20 on agents we just looked at. So that's what we actually researched. It's just a glitch. Don't sweat it. Where are we at on our table here? We're to the 650 level. I'm not worried about this pollution processor right now. I would like robo-miners. That's essentially a more advanced auto factory, get you more production. I would like a battle station, although I don't know we need it. Neutron blaster, neutron scanner, gravitic fields. I'm not that interested. Anti-grav harness, gyro stabilizers, inertial stabilizers. None of those are really big on my list. I'd probably end up taking the anti-grav harness to help our ground troops. Essentially, it lets them kind of do gravity-assisted jumps on planets. So think like a rocket brigade, military unit that has jetpacks, anti-grav harnesses, lets them jump high buildings in a single bound. I don't really care that much. Up here under Xeno Relations, I have the Alien Management Center and Xenopsychology. Alien Management Center would let us more quickly incorporate captured aliens into our empire. I think it reduces the rate in half. So you'll assimilate them much more quickly. We don't really care. Xenopsychology, that improves all your trade relations. All your negotiations are going to be improved by having that. But we're kind of at the gears grinding the meat right now. We're not really friends with anyone. It's just we're going for the win. So I don't think we really need xenopsychology. So out of the options we've read over, I think it's down to one of these 2. Now, neutron blaster is a straight up weapon. Fires an intense beam of lethal radiation, inflicts 3 to 12 points of damage to shields. Any damage that penetrates the shields kills 1 marine unit for every 5 points of internal damage. You got to be careful with this one. Because I think the neutron blaster, one of these is very useless against most alien, space aliens, like a space eel, space dragon. I don't know if it's this one or the ion blaster. Has essentially no effect because they don't have shields. I'm not sold on the neutron blaster, but it is a big jump up in damage relative to a fusion beam. So if your enemies are sporting shields, you might want to put 1 or 2 of these on there, do that massive damage to the shield, and then still have a fusion beam or 2 to cut apart the armor, do that more mundane work, potentially. Now here's another interesting one, the neutron scanner. We've kind of been lax on our scanning. And if you've noticed, Alien, that Gnolam cruiser that came up on us after we conquered Indus, came out of nowhere. We didn't see it coming because we don't have any scanning capabilities. So, detects enemy ships, has a base detection range of 5 parsecs. That means radius around your star systems. Ships in transit can be detected at 1 parsec per size class of ship greater range. Neutron scanners reduce enemy ship missile evasion by -40. Yeah. And I think the neutron scanner is automatically put on all your star bases and ships. I think it's just an automatic upgrade fleet-wide. So this is what we want. We want to be able to detect enemy ships pretty much a period from... I don't think we have anything now. And then it'll also help with reducing enemies from evading our missiles. Bureaucracy finished the spy. Next in queue is the transport. That's awesome. Let's see how long it's going to take him to get that transport done. 7 turns. Jeez, that's insane. Isn't it crazy? It almost feels like we can build coyotes as quick as we can build transports, but I don't think that's the case. I think the coyote was actually like 16 or 20 turns, but we'll get it done. And I might actually have this acorn who's building soil enrichment. They have a transport. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So I just noticed another major problem here. We are short on freighters by -1. That means we're not able to transport a population. We have 4 extra food in our empire, but somewhere there's a planet that needs it, they can't get it. Let's just take a look at this here. They're only producing 3 food, they need 4. That's because these guys are such poor farmers. Up here, obviously, we have plenty of surplus. Here we have plenty of surplus. Yeah. We can't do anything about these guys. We could move this fellow over, though. Oh. Watch this. Oh my gosh. He didn't even yield 1 extra food? Okay, so I believe conquered colonists of any type only produce at half their normal rate. So I think what's happening is that this guy... What's going on? Oh my gosh. Sorry. There's quite a few things going on because we have the -20 morale, plus we have a bunch of conquered colonists. So here's something interesting. This planet produces 2 food with no farmers because if this is something I haven't showed you folks yet. We can map over. There's a hydroponic farm in the back, right there. It says hydroponic farm at the bottom of the screen. If you look, the word hydroponic pops up way down at the bottom of the screen. It's producing 2 food. That's where the food is coming from. Housing, research lab, more housing, and an autofac. So here's the point. Adding farmers is giving us almost nothing. That 1 farmer gets us 1 more food. We'll leave these 3 in production because that's going to clearly work much better at this point. After the marine barracks here, let's get another freighter fleet installed before their starbase because we're going to need that. So we're kind of prioritizing, but this is a better use of these conquered colonists. They're much better producing than farming for whatever reason. Let's continue. We have minor starvation on Indus Prime. We could lose a pop based off of that. So let's just take another look. We'll jump into Indus. Our population is at a -10K. This is really serious because we're going to lose a pop. If you subtract 10, we're going to drop below 4 billion. We're going to lose a pop. 4 million. I don't know what I can do about that right now. I could try and switch the marine barracks out to a freighter fleet. I probably should have looked a little more closely. Let's buy it. Let's see if we can save this pop. I don't know what's going to happen. Turn. Indus Prime had starvation. Might have been too late. They built a freighter fleet. Next in queue is the marine barracks. Here's the problem. We gained 5 freighters. We were at -1. Shouldn't we be at +4? -1 plus 5 new ships would put us at a +4. We're at +5. Why were we at a +5? I would guess because someone died in that -1 freighter we were short of. So let's find out. Let's jump into Indus. There you go. So that was me not paying close enough attention. I mean, listen, they're being assimilated. It's a war. But you saw how that inattention to detail cost me an entire pop. That sucks. Now, we should get them back very quickly. We'll jump in here one more time. You can see that we are only 8,000 below. Remember, they were at 4 billion, 2 million. Now they're at 3,992,000,000. So next turn, they'll gain the person back. But just word of warning there. So, but at least we got the extra freighters now. It's fine. Let's continue. I'm going to pull this guy off, put him into farming. Again, we want to focus on our farming. Turn. We finished the Coyote. That's awesome. That's a big, powerful ship. And let's have these guys jump into soil enrichment. I think we're going to have the transports and the fleet necessary to conquer Null. But again, because we're a farmer culture, we want to get as much farming as possible. You can see we're at a massive -3 here, and we jump from about a plus 45 BC to 19, because again, each negative on our command points is -10 BC, or it costs us 10 BC. Let's jump in here to the colonies. Soil enrichment's going to finish here on Acorn. Our food production should jump up at least 6, possibly more with other bonuses. So our food production's at +7. I would expect that to jump to +13 to 15 range. We got our transport here. We got to be a little cautious not to overdo it on ships. But let's get our fleet consolidated. We're going to send in the Coyote. And then let's make sure these... Is there a way to see if the ships are damaged? Let's go to fleets. I don't know that they repair automatically. I guess if they're around a star system, they do. Or do they got to go to a star base? I don't know. Let's look at these experienced ships, though, for a bit. Since, again, this is a tutorial series. Let's look at the first Lancer here. This is the Lancer 1.2. Regular crew, experience points 91. So as your ships are out there doing battles, fighting aliens, and just in general being floating around a star, they'll slowly gain experience points. Now, if you have them around a star system with the Space Academy, I believe they gain an additional experience point per turn. So it is a really good idea to not necessarily build a Star Academy at all planetary systems, because it costs. You got to pay for them. But having, like, say, at your capital world, and then your fleet rests at your capital. It's the home port for that fleet. They will gain experience much faster. So it's not a bad thing. But, yeah, and he shows Captain Sparky, the Mechlar there. Who else do we got? Here's our next commander with the 91. The Lancer 1.1 only has it's a green crew, 33 EP. I wonder why that is. I wonder if our leaders are helping to gain experience for these guys. It's hard to say. This leader has 85. This Lancer is at 64. And, of course, your troop carrier, it doesn't get anything. So let's read about the troop carriers real quick. Troop carriers for landing 4 Marine units on a planet. They do not engage in combat and will be destroyed when attacked if not escorted by military ships. That's right, they'll automatically lose a fight in space. Once used, they are dismantled. Can only be built on planets with Marine barracks. There you go. I believe you could drop troops on a planet if you wanted to. Like, say at Indus here, we currently have 4. It's possible you could drop another transport, even though it's not a war. But I don't know. I've never had a reason to do that. So, question mark for you folks to try and figure out if you're out there playing. So, let's get our soil enrichment done here next turn. And we jumped up to 14 on the food production. So, big gains. That's nice because that extra 7 food is helping to offset the massive cost of our oversized navy, our outsized navy. The bull rat, or by the way, the Sakura took butane. We need to make a run on Null now. We are out of time here, folks. So I'm going to build this transport. Yes. And I'm going to send the entire fleet there. Our environmentalist, Auri, is up to a -45% pollution. That's awesome. Bureaucracy, christened new ship to transport. Here's the thing. We're going to send our fleet in, though, right now. Even if we don't conquer the planet Null with 1 transport, it's not enough. Hopefully our fleet can destroy their star base and scare the Sakura away from coming in on us. Because if they get Null, that's a massive planet. So let's keep going here. And actually, let's see. Can we build 1 more transport? Not yet. You can see right there we have 2 in the queue. It's 6 turns. Let's just keep going here. Turn. Oh, shit. They're right here. It's all game on. Gnolam fleet. Soccer fleet. A single little ship? Okay. They have a single Gnolam destroyer. They have a starbase around Null 2. We're going to take it on. We're going to fight them. I don't care what the Baratheon are doing. We're going to conquer Null. It's got 12 pops. We want those pops, and this will help keep the Bulrathi from becoming president of the galaxy, the Galactic Empire. We need to win this, and then this will retire the Null. They'll be exterminated from the galaxy. So, Yeah, let's just jump our Coyote in. How close can we get? Oh, God. The Coyote cannot go very far. There we go. Now, do we want to target the Gremlin? It has a leader on it. Or do we want to take out that Starbase first? Remember, we've only got limited missile salvos, so I'm a little cautious. Let's take out the leader, though. I think that might have the greatest overall effect. We'll hit done. They still have no shields, right? Yeah, no shields. We'll be able to win this fight. It's just going to be a little slow. You can see we're not hitting them. That's not good. Not hitting is not good. Here, right there. Yeah, we're kind of wasting those shots, aren't we? Oh, the jumpiness. I'm not going to lie. I've actually gotten to the point in the game where I usually auto-run battles because of how jumpy the combat screen is. It's kind of sad. But when you've done a lot of battles or you have, like, 30 ships on a side, it honestly can take too long to do the combat. So it's not the end of the world. But it is unfortunate that this is one aspect of the game they can't make as good. I'm actually going to have this final ship take a shot at the Starbase just to see if we can. We can't. We can't even hit it. That sucks. Now, they're not hitting us very good. There goes their ship. And at this point, let's just go to auto. It's fine. I mean, you guys have seen a bit of the combat. Now that they're close enough, they're able to hit. So that range was definitely interfering. And potentially, our point defenses might be able to take out some... You can't see that. Take out some of their missiles. There we go. We got a little bit of missile. We raided the Starbase automatically, and we destroyed some of the internal components. You couldn't quite see that. We did it. Okay, so question mark. 6 infantry. They have 6 infantry. We have 4 infantry. Do we invade? Now, if you recall, the Gnolam are at a -10 because they're low G, but we're at a -10 just because of our picks. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hit cancel, close. When this transport gets there, we will invade, and I'm just hoping that our big fleet will be sufficient to keep the soccer from attacking us. We're gonna skip. Oh, wow. Captain Nag will wait to see if we can raise 300 BC to hire him. He's ordnance. He's weaponry. He's commando. I do want him. We'll hit reject for now. What is this? Shit, those are Gnolam. Those are Gnolam transports. I don't think they can do anything. Turn. Gnolam transports. Can we attack them? Yeah, let's... You may not attack a fleet in space if the player has a colony in that system. You must attack the fleet of the colony? Sure, let's destroy those transports. Yeah, that's not going to work. Cancel. It's odd. It's just weird. Those transports are floating around in the galaxy, but there's nothing it can really do with them because there is no other fleet. Here we go. 2 transports. We're going to do a ground invasion. We've already destroyed the Starbase, so our 8 infantry should be able to beat their 6. We're going to invade. They have a couple militia over there as well. Militia are essentially just the civilians, partisans rising up to fight. But we were able to beat them because our titanium armor really gave us the edge. Yeah, there you go. We won. You are tuned into GNN, your source for all the news you need to know. The Gnolam Empire has been completely destroyed. Annihilate them? No, we want them. We got, look at these 12 little guys. These little, they're ours now. So let's go to Autofac first, Marine Garrison, Starbase, Soil Enrichment, Biosphere, because they're max pop here. So we'll hit that. You can see only 3 of our Marines survived. There are the 3. So 3 Marines have to try and keep 12 civilians in check. It's questionable. The Sakra are coming in. What do they got? Transports. That's not a proper navy. And they have this navy coming in. Destroyer. They were going to launch an attack with the destroyer and a couple transports. That guy's going to get the heck out of there. Because their 1 destroyer is no match for what we've got there. I'm not saying that they couldn't get us somewhere else, but this game's going well. Let's just... We're kind of overflowing those still on our command points. Listen, soil enrichment's nearly done. Transport kind of sucks. We're going to have more than we want. But these star bases are getting close to being done. I want to save up for that auto factory. Freighter fleet there. Okay. Let's just turn through. Let's do. We have enough BC to eat the loss of command points. It's not really an issue. They've come in on us. Do we want to destroy them? No, I'm not going to. Because I don't want to start a war. I'll let them leave. They couldn't pull their ship back. Their destroyer came in, probably sent long before our fleet maybe even got there, potentially. You know, months in advance, or tenths of a year, however it works in this calendar. So, Acorn did Chris the new ship of transport. Acorn Prime finished soil construction, which is greatly going to increase our food production, which greatly increases our BCs. And finally, B. Rockley 3, Chris the new ship to transport. Next in queue was a spy. Awesome. So now that we've got soil enrichment here, let's just see. They're doing up here 10 plus 10 is 20, 11, sorry, 10 plus 10 is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 food from 5 farmers. If I pull one off, it drops to an 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, yeah, it's right at 5, right about 5 food per farmer. It's massive production. It's awesome. What else can we build here? Well, you know what? I don't think we need a fighter garrison or space academy. Let's get another spy going. We're going to do just a little housekeeping right now. Since we're kind of at a safer spot, we want to make sure we can hold null. And we need to get our fleet command headroom under control by getting these couple of star bases finished. Here's our other planet. Like, look at this food production. It's through the roof. I love it. We don't really need much else there. A colony ship? Yes. I think it's time to expand. So the Gnolam had this like upper corner quadrant of the galaxy, but they didn't colonize it all. There should be colonizable worlds, so let's get a colony ship going. We haven't built one of those in a long time, and we're going to explore all of this. Actually, let's send our least powerful ship, which we'll say is going to be a Lancer 1. So here, I'll deselect. I'll send 1 Lancer. We're going to start exploring these other planets. I'm going to start with the one that's closest to Barathi space, and actually, I'm going to take another Lancer and send it over here, and we want to find out what's there, colonize it as quickly as possible, and just kind of run away from the game here, from the Sakra. Info tab, no, I'm not worried about that. I don't want to spoil it with the histograph. I think we're doing well, though. See our 6 spies. You see here that the Gnolam have been eliminated. They're gone. Although their species still lives within our empire. So, in a sense, they haven't been exterminated. They've just been defeated. That's kind of a friendly way to look at it. Friendly way to look at it. We got a couple minutes left. Tons of food production. Enough freighters for now. Let's try and get our 300 BC for this ship's officer. By the way, that 27 means he's going to hang around for 27 more turns. So let's work on that next. Scouts arrive. Oh my gosh. Ocean World. Barren World, Ultra Poor. It's not that great. But I like the ocean part of it. Let's send that ship to there. Let's hit turn. Here's our neutron scanner. As we said, this will really help us see what the Sakra fleets are doing, where they're at within relation to our star systems. When they get close, we'll see them. What do we want next, though? Gosh, these are good. Let's go with those Battle Station or Robo-Miner. I think we're closing in on the win here. Heavily armored starbase with +4 parsec scanning range. That helps. Adds 10% to the offensive ships in combat around it. Replaces a star base. Yeah. I think it also... Does it give 1 more command point relative to a star base? It doesn't say that. But for some reason, I thought it did. I want the battle station. I'm going to skip on the Robo-Miner. I wouldn't recommend doing that in most like hard games, but we're just kind of having fun. I think we'll easily win this. Found a small radiated planet. And the Crux system is just a gas giant and some asteroid belts, so that's worthless. Here we go. Who's this? This is Sakura's ambassador. Hail, mighty emperor of the Bulrathi people. Your empire is pathetic, chut. I suggest you offer Grand Emperor Sirach a gift to continue being in favor. 5% tribute treaty? Reject? You dare go against wishes of the great empire, Sirach? You will pay dearly for this, scum. Oh boy, what do we got? Shit, what's coming in? Transports. Holy shit. Sorry. Look at the range. Look at how many ships we can see now. So look, transport ships are coming here. They can't attack anything. This is a single destroyer. Not worried about him. This guy is a colony ship to Wu. This guy is just another destroyer heading to Sla. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Let's get our transport ships pulled into Gnolam. Right? We built these guys up. There we go. So we're consolidating our fleet. Crux is empty. So I'm going to send this Lancer from Crux to this final star up here. I'm going to leave this Lancer at Mirza to kind of be a defense. Even though it's a crappy planet, we want it. And then we'll want to put our colony ship probably on Ulgler. I want that ocean world there. So that's kind of the plan. Let's see how far we are from getting our colony ship done. 31 turns, we've got a ways to go. Don't worry about it. We'll get it. And then here you can see the star base is coming done. Autofac. Let's go buy that commander we wanted. Leaders. We're going to hire Nahag. So again, ordnance yields us increases the maximum damage of ship by 15. That's really good. Weaponry increases the attack bonus of the ship by 10. And commando increases the ground combat bonuses of all troops by 6 who are either on a ship or stationed on a planet. Totally badass. Now let's assign him to the Coyote. Coyote doesn't have a leader yet. There you go. Yes. 5 turns for him to get there. ETA 5 turns. Perfect. And we'll just do 1 or 2 more turns here. Look, we finished one of our ships. Scouts arrived at the Uranus system. So FYI, in this little baby galaxy, there were a lot of dead systems. Really dead. It really confined, I think, what all 3 of the species could do here. But we assimilated the last conquered Gnolam on Indus Prime. We're still working on the main Null system. So there's 12 of them. It's going to take a while. C. Eret Prime finished construction of the starbase. But that did help relieve our command issues. So this is our Bulrathi. This is C. Eret. Let's get that biosphere built. Yeah, we'll back it. We don't need it yet, but what the heck. So that's that. I see that we don't care about this system, so we're going to send this Lancer back to Ulgar to help defend that ocean planet for us for the time being. So we're just kind of squatting on top of the planets we want to colonize. You see, you have tons of food. We probably need a little bit more freighter fleetage. Let's see, is someone working on that right now? Yes. There's another 5 freighters in that fleet right there. This auto factory, we'll be able to buy that soon. Another starbase will be done soon. A couple more spies. Colony ship. We'll obviously buy that out. We're not going to wait 30 turns. And yeah, we're looking good. So as we finish up here, let's jump into the info tab. And we will go to the histograph. Still a tight race. Wow. We're edging them out as the Bulrathi. Oh, that's on tech. Here, let's go to population. Whoa, they've flatlined. They've run out of planets to colonize. That's what that means, is they haven't expanded any further. I mean, obviously they were conquering the Nolams. They took at least one of their planets, Butane. Okay, but we're closing that gap. Let's look at buildings. We're a chunk ahead, significant. Fleets. Oh my gosh, what happened there? I think, if you recall, the Sakura fleet was at Null Prime before we got there. You remember that? I bet you they went in, smashed the Null fleet, took on that starbase, and took that dip. Listen, that's just the strategy part of it, is striking when your enemy's at war with someone else. And it paid off. It paid off. I can't complain. That's a massive oof for them. They can't risk an attack against us now. We dominate on fleet, and then finally tech. Yeah, they're hanging in there with us, which actually makes it a little more fun. We're not too far ahead, but taken all together, yeah, it's in the bag. It's in the bag. I'm not worried about it. This is fun. We should be able to get this wrapped up pretty soon. Another couple episodes, I think we'll be able to take them out. I'm imagining we're just going to go for complete conquest of the galaxy at this point. I do see here, though, there is another planet in the Null system. Let's jump onto Null real quick. We need to have them make a star base. So here's Null. They're currently working on the auto factory, obviously. But let's hit change. I have all this junk in here. I want that colony base, though, number 2. So once they finish the auto fact, they're going to start on the colony base to colonize the barren planet here within their system. You always want to colonize closer to home. Just makes sense. It's easier to defend. That's it. I think that's everything for today. We're at a great stopping point. And if you watched, thank you. Take care.